Here I am with one of my Senior Vice President of Operations, Dave Robinson. Today, we're going to talk about what it takes to get a golf course open after a long off-season. So here we are, Heritage Point. Dave, we're driving out in a power cart. We're going to head out on the golf course to talk about a few things, but maybe just talk me through a little bit what's even required to get a power cart ready for the golf season.
Well, power carts, they stay down for the winter in our underground tunnel. The beginning of each year, we'll do our basic maintenance, check all the tires, check the batteries, check the water, check all of our connections, make sure the windshields aren't broken. Basically get them ready for prime time.
Right.
And then once they're ready, we'll take them out for a test lap around the golf course and make sure that they're fully functional. And once they're set up, we're good to go with the carts.
We do have a new fleet coming this year because this one's been here for a while, but with COVID being a little bit delayed. Just pulling up here now to the first tee of one of our nines here, one of our nines at Heritage Point called Desert Number 1.
Well, the tee boxes, I believe we got a cut in on them yesterday. If we haven't got them all, we'll be cutting again today, getting ready for tomorrow. We won't be cutting every day yet. It's still, as you can tell, still dormant. So we have a little ways to go before everything starts growing.
And really, when you get down pretty close to the grass, I mean, it's actually a pretty close cut already this early in the year, right?
Yeah, it is. And we keep our tees pretty short here at Heritage Point. And,
right.
If this hasn't been cut yet, it will be before we get open. And yeah, we're pretty much ready to go for the season.
Of course, we can see lots of workers out there, but what are some of the things they're doing?
Well, right now you can see they're actually working on that fairway bunker on number 1 here. The bunkers are actually still a little bit frozen, so they're in raking them and getting them prepared. There will be play here tomorrow, so we want to have them as good as possible. They've also pulled, you can see the tarps off the green now, so with the tarps off, the greens are all ready to go. All of our greens are good this year. We've wintered well. The crew will be doing a full cut on the greens probably every second day for now, and then once we get into some growth and it starts to green up, we'll be cutting every day.
Well, there you have just a few of the things that actually happen out on the golf course. There's a ton of cleaning, lots of people out there doing a lot of things, because you got to remember, it's been months and months since we've had any golf. You go through snow, sleet, hail, rain. It's dirty out there, and there's a lot that's required to get these golf courses ready. Let's head out and just take a little bit more look on the golf course if that works for you.
You bet. Anything we can't get with the rake will come in and hand rake. We have over 140 bunkers here at Heritage Point, so obviously it's a big job and a big crew. One of the things we'll do is once they've all been final prep for play, if there's any extra sand needed or whatever, we'll fill those up before we get going. And yeah, this bunker looks like it's in good shape and ready to see some golfers.
And for those that don't know, this machine is actually called a sand pro. I'll zoom in here a little bit and you can see what he's doing. But he makes a little bit of a circular motion in the bunker to get it as smooth and as good as possible for those golfers that are preparing to come out. Here we are on the fairway. What happens on a fairway? Do these get cut? Is there any maintenance involved?
Yeah, we've already had our first cut on our fairways. Yeah. They've wintered very well. You can see they're actually greening up now. There's a little bit of growth. We got all of our applications in last fall, so they'll be in good shape here. There's a little bit of POA mixed in with our fairways, so you do see a little bit of changes in color, but that will start to change here as things warm up and stuff starts to grow.
This is something that in Canada we deal with, but as a golfer, getting out early in the season is just like this sense of invigoration. We're expecting a lot of people excited this year. Last year was a great year for us. What has it been like in the clubhouse getting ready? What do you feel like the season's going to hold for us?
I think it's going to be an awesome year. I think there's a lot of demand for golf. Our phone's been ringing off the hook for memberships and events and player or just public play and people trying to get out. We're basically sold out for day one, and I think the forecast high is only about 10 degrees, so
right.
People really want to get out and play, and it's pretty exciting. I think last year was a surprise for everybody, and golf gained quite a bit of momentum and some new players, and we're looking forward to another good year. practice greens in the fall very heavily, so a good layer of sand, and then we tarp them all.
Yeah.
We had a lot of snow cover this year, so our greens stayed very well covered. We had very little issues with ice. The crew came out about 3 weeks ago and cleaned off all of our greens, and yeah, it's in great shape. We're looking forward to putting on this one. We won't be fully staffed until we're 18 or 27 holes and
right.
more into the regular season. But we'll probably have somewhere between 20 and 30 staff working here over the weekend and making sure that all the golfers get out and get set up. And regardless of the department, we're ready to go.
Whether it be food and beverage or pro shop, what do they actually do for that 4 or 5 months that we're closed?
Yeah, in that time it's a lot of admin work, a lot of preparation, a lot of getting things like events and tournaments and weddings and memberships organized, getting our merchandise ordered and displayed.
Ton of planning.
Right. We're going to do 40,000 plus rounds of golf here. We're going to have a lot of people come through Heritage Point this year. It looks like some of the restrictions will be changing a little bit, and we'll be able to do some weddings and tournaments. And it's just getting ready for a very busy, condensed season, and it all kind of takes place in 6 months. So we need to have all the planning done by the time we open, so that when we do open, we're ready to go.
Right, and I think one of the things that people that are in the industry take for granted is this becomes second nature for you and I. We do it every year after year. We're so used to it. But there really is so many different things that go on, from communication to members to events to coordinating all the purchasing to rehiring people on your team, because we don't have a lot of the same people that come back year to year. Even the seasonal numbers, we have a tremendous turnover being a seasonal business. Those are certainly things that I'm not sure a lot of people think about, but is definitely part of what we go through during the off season. Pulling back up to the clubhouse now, Dave, thanks for your time. As always, appreciate you, your effort, your dedication to what we do. If you're not subscribed to this channel, please do so. Of course, hit that notification bell, that like. Thanks so much again. We'll see you next time.